afternoon, students. Welcome back. I wish all of you, the 10th standard students, very good morning. I hope you are all following the videos. Today, we are going to discuss about the excretory system. Already we discussed about what are the excretory material that are excreted from our body. Those all we have discussed already. And today we are going to discuss, that means I am going to explain you what are the excretory organs of our body, what are the excretory organs are presented in our body, and the structure of the kidney, whether external structure or internal structure. Both I am going to explain today. Okay, first of all, excretory organs that are presented in our body. Let me write it. Kidney, skin, lungs, these are the excretory organs that are presented in our body. First of all, kidney. Kidney are the chief excretory organs of our body. Chief excretory organs of our body are kidney. Primarily, they excrete the material, the waste harmful material from our body in the form of urine, especially the excess amount of water, as well as along with the water, some of the pigments like bilirubin, biliverdin, and most of the amount of urea, very much toxic, harmful material in our body that is produced by the conversion of the ammonia and other materials. It is produced, it is formed in the liver, and that is mixed with water and transported by the blood to the kidney, and in the kidney it will be separated from the water as well as from the blood, and along with the excess amount of water, in a dissolved manner this urea will be excreted through kidney. So it plays an important role. The kidney plays an important role in the elimination of almost all the harmful toxic materials from our body. And next one is skin. Actually, skin is not an excretory organ. It acts as excretory organ, that's all. It is a protective cover to our body. Not only excreting the material, it is also a sense organ. It also protects our body from the sun, high temperature, and disease causing germs. It won't allow the disease causing germs to enter into our body. So this way the skin is very much useful for us. But in addition to all these activities, skin is also act as excretory organ in our body. It will excrete the material, the waste material, in the form of sweat. In the form of sweat. In this sweat, it is containing of water and sodium chloride, NaCl. These two materials, along with some amount of, very little amount of urea. The skin acts as a excretory organ, and it will excrete the material, the toxic substance which is not useful to our body, that is in the form of sweat. And the skin is equipped with sweat glands, and these sweat glands will collect all the sweat, that means waste material, in the form of water with dissolved salts. The major content salt is NaCl. and little amount of urea. These are all dissolved in the water, and that is called as sweat, and that is sent out from the body. So because of the excreting or elimination of this excess amount of water as well as the NaCl and some amount of the urea in the form of sweat, releasing of sweat by the skin will make the body to be cool. So with regards of this skin, this sweat is not a waste material. It is a useful material also. How? It is useful material by excreting this one from our body, the body gets cooled down. The body gets cooled down completely. So it is a useful one. It's not a waste material, but it should be excreted compulsorily. Then only our body will get the cool. Otherwise, the heat will be presented in our body. The body will not get the coolness. So there will be some other consequences will be faced by the human beings. Compulsorily, sweat should be eliminated. And come to the next one. This is lungs. We have the one pair of lungs, and when we breathe in, that means we are taking the air into the body. So large amount of oxygen will be presented there, less amount of CO2 will be presented there, NO2 presented there, N2, nitrogen, hydrogen, some other gases, number of gases will be presented in the air that is we are breathing in, and our body takes only oxygen, and that oxygen is sent to all the body parts and used for some other metabolic activities such as digestion of the food, production of energy. For all these purposes that oxygen will be used. At the same time, the blood from all the body parts will be collecting the carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide is the waste product. This is urine. Carbon dioxide is the waste product. Waste product means which is not useful to our body. Carbon dioxide is not at all useful. Moreover, if it is there, means blood supply will be less. RBC will be spoiled. Hemoglobin will be spoiled. So that's why the CO2 compulsorily eliminated from our body. So the blood collect all the CO2 from all the body parts. In fact, from all the cells of the body, and it is sent to the lungs. And lungs will eliminate when you breathe out, the air will be come out. When you breathe in, O2 will be enter. When you breathe out, CO2 will be come out with a large quantity. Along with that, some amount of O2, some amount of N2 and some other gases also will be come out. But the major amount is CO2, which is excreted or eliminated from our lungs through nose. Okay. So these are the three different excretory organs in our body. Among these all the excretory organs, kidney are the primary excretory organs. So let us learn about why they are primary excretory organs. Remaining are accessory excretory organs. Accessory means secondary excretory organs. Which one? The skin and the lungs. Even the liver also accessory excretory organ. Okay, urea is excreted from the liver. That is sent to the blood. Blood will bring that to the kidney, and kidney will separate the urea from the blood, and then it is mixed with water, and the water in the form of urine will be eliminated. So only the chief excretory organs are kidney, because lots of amount of waste, harmful, toxified material will be eliminated or excreted from the body only through kidney in the form of urine. So, the kidney are the chief excretory organs of our body. Okay, and as I told you already that passing of urine, normally we say that urination, but scientifically you say that one as micturition. Already I told you this one, micturition. Elimination of the liquid material in the form of urine is called as micturition. Elimination of the solid material in the form of fecal matter, feces, fecal matter is called as a defecation. Defecation will be done through anus, urination will be done through urethra. Okay, and what is the meaning of excretion? Elimination of harmful, toxified waste materials from our body is called as excretion. Okay, let us learn about the structure of the kidney. Structure of kidney. Structure of kidney. So this is the excretory system actually, where the blood is filtered. Remember, blood is filtered here, not purified. Blood is purified only in the lungs, and blood is filtered in the kidney. Remember this one, okay? So we have the one pair of kidney. We have the one pair of kidney. This is left kidney. And this is right kidney. The size of the kidney almost 10 centimeters in length and 6 centimeters in width. Okay, 10 centimeters in length, 6 centimeters in width, and 3 centimeters in thickness. That is the total diameter. Sorry, what we say that is the size of this kidney. We have the one pair of kidney. That means 2 kidneys are presented there. You might be observed there. These kidneys are presented on either side of the backbone at the hip girdle. On either side of the backbone at the hip girdle. Suppose this is the backbone. This is the backbone on either side of the backbone, on the hip girdle, and protected by last 2 ribs. Last 2 ribs. Okay, on either side of the backbone. And the right side kidney is slightly down, lower than the left side kidney, because here the liver is presented here. Liver is presented and it is pushing the kidney downwards. So that very slightly it is the right kidney is lower than the left kidney. Okay, and the size of the kidney is length 6 centimeters, length 10 centimeters, width 6 centimeters, and diameter is thickness is how much? 3 centimeters. This is the total size of the kidney. It is located on either side of the backbone at the hip girdle and protected by last 2 ribs. Last 2 vertebral bones. Last 2 vertebral bones. Okay, and these are equipped with 2 blood vessels. One is a renal artery, another one is a renal vein. Renal artery will bring the blood to the kidney. After the filtration, the blood is sent to the renal vein and it is taken the blood to the heart. And then it is taken to the liver, lungs, and there it is purified. And again bring to the heart and supplied to all the body parts. Okay. So renal artery will bring the blood to the kidney. So while it is bringing the blood, the renal artery will have the more amount of urea in it, in the blood. So there will be a question for you: which blood vessel is having the blood in which blood vessel is having the more urea that is bringing to the kidney? That is a renal artery. Remember, less urea means a renal vein. Okay. Remember, these are very important points. And 2 blood vessels are presented here, and you might be seeing one notch is presented there, one depression is presented in the each kidney. The depression is called as hilum. The depression is called as hilum. From this depression, you might be finding that a long tube-like structure is raised. At the beginning, where it is coming from the hilum, it is very much broader, and while it is coming downwards, it is narrow. The broader area of this tube is called as the broader area of the tube is called as the renal pelvis. Renal pelvis. And the long narrow tube, is called as ureter. This is the left ureter and this is the right ureter. One pair of ureter. Here in the kidney, in the excretory system, we have the one pair of kidneys, one pair of ureters, one urinary bladder, one urethra. These are the total organs that are involved in the excretory system. They are the total organs that are involved in the excretory system. One pair of kidney, one pair of ureters, and one urinary bladder as well as one urethra. Okay. So these are the parts of excretory system, the organs that are involved in the excretory system. Already I told you system. It is a phenomenon of group of organs together working on a particular function. Here excretion is the function. So these are all the organs are involved there. So it is an excretory system. Okay. One pair of kidney, already told you. One pair of ureters. And after these ureters are connected with long sac-like structure. Muscular sac-like structure will be presented at the bottom of this system. This is called as urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. And this urinary bladder is opened by a small hole-like structure. This is called as urethra. So when the blood is brought by the renal artery into the kidney, it is entered into the kidney, both these sides is entered into the kidney and it is filtered. In the kidney, there are minute tube-like structures are there, minute tube-like structures, very fine tubule-like structures called as nephrons. Nephrons are presented inside the kidney. Each kidney are having the nearly 2 lakhs of nephrons. Each kidney are having the nearly 2 lakhs, that means 2 millions of nephrons are presented. These are all completely microscopic and we will discuss the structure of the nephron later. So the total blood filtration is taking place in the nephrons of the kidney. That's why nephrons are also called as the structural and the functional units of the kidney. The structural and functional units of the kidney are nephrons. Okay. So nephrons, how many presented? 2 millions of nephrons are presented in each kidney. And the filtration of the blood is taking place only in the nephrons. Okay. So after the filtration, the filtered one, the filtrate, the nephric filtrate will be entered into this pelvic, what it is called, renal pelvis. And from here it is moved towards the urinary bladder. And it will be in the form of urine moved towards the urinary bladder. Okay. And this here, the urinary bladder, the walls of the urinary bladder or act as a valves, and these valves already we have learnt in the circulatory system. What is the meaning of valve? It is a structure which allows the material to go forward, not to come backward direction once again. That is called as a valve. So here also the walls of the urinary bladder will act as a valve and hold the ureters and not to allow the urine to go backward direction when it is contracted. Once the urinary bladder is completely filled with the urine, it takes 1.5 hours. To fill the urinary bladder, it takes 1.5 hours. So once this urinary bladder is filled with urine and the muscles of the urinary bladder start contracting. Because of the start contracting like this, so we are getting the sensation of go for urination. So when it is contracted, here one muscular flap-like structure will be presented there. Muscular sphincter. What is called? Muscular sphincter. Muscular sphincter will be relaxed. Here urinary bladder is contracted because of the filling of complete urine here, and so the muscular sphincter will be relaxed, so that the urine is passed through the urethra to outside of the body. This is a simple formation of urine and excretion of the urine by the kidney. Okay, understand? So actually structure of kidney we are discussing about that. In this complete how this function have been done, I have told you. And tomorrow we will be discussing about the internal structure of the kidney, the structure of the nephron, and the mechanism of urine formation. These we are going to discuss in the tomorrow. Okay, thank you.